Trump warns Tesla terrorists they face up to 20 years in prison that could be served in El Salvador.
Hilarious.
Perhaps they could serve them in prisons in El Salvador, which have become so recently famous for such lovely conditions. Okay, all right, hold on. It is funny, but whoa, pump the brakes there. I do not want to see American citizens, no matter what crime they're committing, sent to an El Salvador prison with bad conditions.
I don't know.
Everybody agree?
No, I disagree because listen, our private prison industry in America is very exploitive and it's very exploitative of criminals. And you can even see two of the people that Biden pardoned were actually judges that took kickbacks to send kids to these like youth jails. So our private prison industry in America is absolutely horrendous. So if that means sending these criminals to El Salvador instead of pumping up our private prison industry, I'm all for it. And I'm not even saying that sarcastically because our private prison industry is not good for our country.
Is there a law that says that we have to keep people imprisoned here in this country?
I'd be cruel and unusual.
Yeah, I'd argue the Eighth Amendment.
And I think that probably classifies as unusual.
Sure.
Unusual.
Do you know
Probably,
Right.
it's probably unusual.
Not if he sends everyone there.
guys?
It's very usual.
Everybody that goes to jail in the U.S., now you're going to El Salvador, then it's not unusual.
Cruel and normal
colony.
punishment then.
That's right.
Cruel and normal.
Yeah.
But Tim, you know the future of punishment, right? It's going to be through artificial intelligence.
Neuralink.
Yeah, where they're going to put a Neuralink, and you're going to feel.
There's a movie.
Yeah,
Have you seen it?
Well, I don't know if I've seen the movie, but
They put an eye drop with nanobots in your eye, and then your brain experiences however many
100
years.
years, yeah.
Yeah, and so
And it only takes 7
and then
minutes.
like the woman a guy and a woman invent it, and the woman wants to use it for like going on ski trips, and so you crack
during
open.
sex.
No. Okay. In the movie, the woman cracks it open, puts it in her eye, and then she's skiing on this mountain. And then she wakes up like, whoa, I was just on vacation in Aspen. The guy goes behind her back and sells it to prison companies so they can put prison terms in your eye. And in 10 seconds, you live 10 years in prison. Yeah. And then he tries to kill her because she tries to stop him. And then she like squirts the whole thing in his face. And then he experiences like 1,000,000 years in prison and he goes insane.
I don't know if anybody here's taken a bunch of benzos and had a bad trip, but time dilation is something I would want nothing to do with. Nothing at all.
What if you're in it now?
Just
What if you're in jail right now?
I would do it. Yeah, I might be. No, I'm not in jail because I'm in a great place. I'm in West Virginia.
No,
with my
we're in
friends.
jail.
Well, you guys are the prisoners. I'm the warden right now.
Eye drops and sentenced to 10 years of Alex talking about all of this.
Just 10 years of him telling you why big booty Latinos
No.
should remain in the United States.
It's the exact same thing as your normal life, but Alex is standing next to you all the time.
Always just heckling you.
Tapping you on the shoulder.
You go to the bathroom and Alex is there.
Just always bugging them. No, but that is the future of crime and punishment. I think is going to be like AI. So I'm ready for it.
I agree. If like Neuralink, when they go read write, so right now Neuralink can
Make it if you have like an artificial.
it can write a little bit. This means that I'm sorry, it can't write. It can only read. So this allow. Oh, actually, no, it can write a little bit. What that means is they have a lot of brain scan technology with Neuralink, so they can take data from your brain, and that allows your brain to control computer mouses. The right capability is when they're getting towards fixing severed nerves, where they can put the two like the little computers at the base of the spine where the break is, and then connect it, and signals can jump, and then people can relearn how to walk. They're not quite there yet, but once they get to the point where they can write thoughts to your brain. So right now we know how to download data from the brain. Once we get to the point where we can input it, it's over.
What can we download from our brain, Tim? Like, I mean, what comes back on the machine when we download somebody's brain?
So there's quite a bit. So they've been able to do rudimentary images.
Yeah.
So
Really?
they've wired people into these devices and had them watch movies, and then in one room they see an image on a screen, and it's like they time both. And you can see when a person's face is on the screen, when you look at the screen, you see the silhouette of a man with light features.
Wow.
But with AI, once we get enough of this data, we will perfectly decode what people are seeing or thinking about in their brains. That's going to be freaky. And then once everyone's got the Neuralink implanted, first, don't worry. This one's good news for the conservatives. Every single liberal is going to wire themselves in to go live in fantasy furry land or whatever.
Yeah. Well, but every conservative would too. They'd make themselves.
No, they wouldn't.
No,
they
A lot would because you'd be the
lot would,
quarterback
but
of the
most wouldn't.
Dallas Cowboys, or like you get to be Tim Pool.
No, I'll tell you
They
this.
go back to the Reagan era to hang out for
Nope.
some
I'm saying you
speeches.
could.
No, they wouldn't. So most conservatives who use it, if they would, and it's a very small amount, would use it periodically as like a recreation thing, but maybe only a little bit. Most of them, because of their faith, would stay away from it.
I bet you it gets. I bet you it becomes addictive as hell, and a lot of them fall into a trap.
Jerkmaster 9000 is going to have its hold on
I think
people.
that more so than that, I think that it's going to be something that, like, once your body starts breaking down, when it hurts to move all the time, when you can't walk, then people are going to opt into that. They'll be like, well, my brain is still good, I can still think. And
Every liberal is going to do it instantly.
Would you do that?
don't
Would you
disagree.
upload your brain if you could live forever?
I don't believe you can upload your brain.
But would you if they have that technology in the next 20 years? And you live
No,
for it? Just
no.
like what's that show? Not Family Guy, but the Futurama. Like in Futurama, all the celebrities are still alive and their heads
There
are.
was
cut their
there was a
heads off.
show.
Their heads are-
There was a show called Dollhouse from Joss Whedon where you could upload the consciousness of an entire human being into a blank slate human being, so that you could have your entire consciousness uploaded to a drive, and then the super rich would then have their entire personality uploaded into just a person that was just literally sent there from prison to live out sentences by being a blank slate for rich people.
There's a meme where it's a guy smiling, looking up, and it says, "Me looking up from hell as a robot that I thought I downloaded my consciousness into pretends to be me and lives my life."
That is pretty scary.
Looking up from hell.
I don't imagine that there's the ability to upload your consciousness. I don't care what anyone says. Like, I think that your brain is you.
Your soul, you think?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure that there's a soul. I'm an agnostic, but whatever is our consciousness is irrevocably connected to
Okay.
the actual
However,
brain.
what if they discover the soul and then they figure out a way to rip it out of someone's body?
Listen, I'm agnostic, so I could be proven wrong. I'm not saying that I know.
Look. We humans 100 years ago didn't, 120 years ago didn't realize there was an electromagnetic spectrum. And then some dude was like, "Yo, check this out!" Like zap, zap, zap. And now we're like, "Look at all these things. The light is a part of it." What if they discover a way to actually see a human soul, and then they start experimenting with manipulating the soul, which would be crazy because it's like human soul experiments. I mean, that'd be super illegal. People would go nuts over that. And then they start taking souls out of people's bodies and like putting them in dogs.
Just
I do believe we have souls.
so
I know it sounds
uncomfortable.
scary, but I do think we have souls. I don't know. I get how you can be agnostic. Not even trying to debate you on that, but I do think there's like something like special about each human being. I mean, whatever that is.
Bro, I'm just saying, liberals, the moment. So, first of all, they already eat bugs and they love it. You've got the carmine color, the cochineal mites, and a cheddar protein, and they're all for it. They're like, "Ooh, environment, yay," and they're cheering. All they need now is the pods, and they will take it.
The thing is,
And
though,
I want to give it to them.
The
I want them
You
to.
want them to plug into the machine and
Bro,
to plug into the metaverse?
What do you think this country would look like if every liberal right now was offered? Okay, listen. You go to the worst liberal imaginable, and you say, "This device, you put the headset on, it goes in the back of your head, non-invasive, and it can broadcast to your mind. You lay back in your chair, and you are Valsadar, the great knight of the kingdom of Robor, and you're riding a dragon, and you can throw fireballs." They're gonna be like, "I'm in."
It's like Ready Player One.
Jim,
the
well,
name of the movie.
Jim
Better than
Carrey
that.
did it in Batman
Well, yeah.
Forever with the thing of the TV on top of the box.
I just watched that.
And he also did.
It's amazing.
What is it? Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, where you could delete a memory in your brain
Do
from
you
the past.
think that this is the type of thing? Look, right now, the liberals, they hate Elon Musk, but Elon Musk loves transhumanism. And if he's the one who ends up perfecting it, then they have to draw swastikas on all of the Neuralinks, and they're not allowed to use
They'll take it. They'll take it in 2 seconds.
You think so? Like,
Every-
they won't take the Tesla, but they'll take the transhumanism.
They all do. A lot of them do have Teslas though, still.
Oh, but every single one of these people is like, they're going to plug their brains in and they're going to just live in their fantasy worlds. Conservatives will do it a little bit. Some people on the right who claim to be conservative will dive right in and disappear. Most conservatives will probably only do it a little, not much at all. And then the truly devout, faithful, like Catholic or Christian, won't go anywhere near it.
Yeah, but do you think that would be better for society?
What do you think it would look like?
Well, I think, honestly, and once again, I didn't know I'd be debating with you all night, but I do think that we kind of need libtarded people, too, to make the world, like, a better place. Like, we don't need to all agree on everything, right? Wouldn't that be terrible if we all just had the same opinion?
What do you think these people burning Teslas would be doing right now if they could go into the
Well,
pod?
you know what? Honestly, all
those
those
aren't even
cars have
liberals, though.
insurance.
Those are
Once-
leftists, and
well,
that's-
hey, once again, though,
No, they're not.
No? You
the
consider
dude,
them to be regular
the
liberals.
guy who torched the Tesla chargers is a nothing. He wrote "Long Live Ukraine." He doesn't know what he's protesting for. He's just a lunatic.
So it's the Borg.
I don't know.
It's just random. Look, the average default liberal is like no, I don't want to say the Borg. It's
You're
the
referencing
drones.
Bill Burr being the new idea of a liberal with radical views, right?
Bill Burr doesn't have radical views. Bill Burr is a coward who's terrified of the left because he witnessed a man who has a comparable net worth to him being murdered, and he thought to himself, that could be me next. I better join their side.
You know the biggest problem with Bill Burr is he's one of the most talented comedians in the world, but his wife is disgustingly ugly, and she's overweight. Have you seen his wife?
No?
She looks like a black Ford pickup truck F-150 as a human being.
Okay, the point is...
And he's a millionaire. It doesn't make sense.
All right.
Weird.
I just... We were talking about Trump sending everybody to El Salvador. What if Trump... Okay, fine. While we're at it, what if Trump just put them into crystals? Just into the crystals for 10,000 years.
What do you mean into the crystals? Because I actually like crystals, and I believe that they have spiritual aura that makes us feel better.
Do you not know what into the crystals means?
Is that from Superman or something?
No, it's someone...
Similar.
Someone made a meme about Trump sending the liberals to... the idea is you freeze them inside of a crystal for 10,000 years.
Yeah, I don't like that idea either. That seems rude. That seems... I mean, I don't like liberals that much. I don't need to freeze them.
Plus, who's going to think of the private prisons?
Yeah.
Let me ask you. If Neuralink goes full service read write and you can attach it to your head and then it can transport you to your own private universe, you're going to jail. The judge says to you, you have the option to go into the Neuralink universe where you can live a full life, or we can put you in a standard prison. What do you think people would choose?
The full life and the
full life,
of
Neuralink,
course.
yeah.
And
That's how they're going to convince people because in the Neuralink you get to live for 1,000 years, but on Earth you only live till you're 70. But that's how.
For all we know, in base reality, you live for 10 years. And we are in the Neuralink universe right now, and we live first.
Wait, how long? How you're saying they would be sentenced to a certain amount of time in the Neuralink?
Yes.
Like 7 years. So their body atrophies, their muscles completely seize up, they're no longer functional when they come back.
Well, theoretically, they could like move your body around and have you intubated where your body could.
Or every night, every night.
Expensive.
No.
It is
Every
getting
night.
expensive,
No.
but-
Every night in the Neuralink, they turn it off. You wake up in the real world. You get up, move around, eat food, and then plug back in, and it erases your memory from what happened.
Well, I don't think you should have the option at all, personally. Like, you as the person who committed the crime, I don't think should have the option of... Well, because you lose that option when you commit the crime. You have either a judge or a jury decide that.
Okay, here's a non-controversial
I think there should
topic.
be an option.
Hitler, do we put him in the Neuralink, and how long would his punishment need to be in the Neuralink for it to be fair?
He doesn't go in the Neuralink. He goes in one of those tubes that go underground. Like, what was it, Demolition Man?
Yeah.
That's such a good movie, Taco Bell.
It's nothing but Taco Bell forever.
So,
I mean,
Taco Bell's so good.
Taco Bell's awesome.
would you
Taco Bell's
would you get a Neuralink? Like, would you have one installed? Nah.
If Tim
Would
could
anyone
park
here-
his Tesla easier, Tim would do it. Tim
but-
loves it.
Well, what
do
I'm actually concerned about with that is because I would never.
No surgery.
I'm like, I would never do
I've got
that.
no tattoos. I've got no piercings.
Yeah.
I would never do that. But the people who do, are you concerned that they would be like they're going to be light years ahead of us normies who don't have, a brain chip implanted and don't have access to
Yeah,
all
it would
these
be like the
things.
vaccine and anti-vax. There would be
well,
like
but it would be
this-
so much
this-
more than that because you're talking about jobs and, careers where people would be ahead of the people who don't have one.
I had an idea for a TV show, and I'll give you the really quick version. It's the future. Earth seems to be destroyed. All the cities are in decay. Most of the people are gone. There's only one city left. Most of the people in that city have no idea how the Earth collapsed. When they find old newspapers or boot up old servers, it seems at some point the data just stopped. The news started to stop slowly, and there's no news about any catastrophe. The long story short of it is they eventually find out that majority of the Earth population Neuralinked in and then started transmitting data among each other on a different network that they don't have access to because they're not Neuralinked. And the reason why it looks like the historical record stops is because they're not using the internet anymore. They're using the Neuralink. So imagine if Benjamin Franklin was transported to today and said, someone get me a periodical so I can figure out what's going on in this country. He probably didn't talk like that. But people would be like, a periodical, just go on the internet. He'd be like, the what? Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.